Today we're going to be building a super cheap apartment that we can buy in the Sims 4 for rent expansion pack. If you didn't know, the new expansion pack coming in about a month's time is going to allow us to build our own apartment buildings, townhouses, duplexes, and actually become a landlord and rent out the extra space to tenants that will be paying us. One thing I like to do is a rags to riches, where we start from zero money and build ourselves up. And part of that is going to be needing to have a very cheap place that we can buy that we can start earning money. Now, what I thought I'd do is use some of these decorative buildings that you see around the world. So this building is actually from San Sequoia. You can see it just down over there. There's a few other apartment buildings around the place, and we can use those to fill out this lot to make it look a little bit more full while keeping the price as low as possible. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is, first of all, let's get the free, we need to make this really cheap, like very cheap. If I can do like, I don't think 10,000 is gonna be possible because we need furniture, we need walls, we need all that stuff. But I'd say if we can do 20,000 and under, that'd be great. So first thing I'm gonna do is get this flooring here, which is actually the free flooring. It's worth the 0 simoleons. I'm gonna use that as a base sort of section around the lot. So we have like some sort of flooring and boundary to the lot that we have here. Now I'm gonna rotate this guy. So this is a building that I'm gonna use to sort of set the style up for our lot. So in the trailer, they actually showed us a couple of events that you could do. You could do a pool party or a potluck. Now I have no idea how they work, but in the trailer, they were showing it was happening on the lot where you're renting. So I don't think I'll build a pool. Maybe we can have a space for a pool, but we'll definitely have some sort of communal space. So I'm thinking maybe we could have this corner open, have another building over here that sort of matches in with this style. Obviously, it's not gonna look exactly the same because some of this stuff is impossible to do, but we're gonna do what we can. So I think, I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker because we're gonna need space basically to try and make this look good. So I'm thinking we could have like little flower gardens or something down there. Now the building, this one is, let's see, that's 9 deep. By how wide is this? So it's 9 by 14. I think that's gonna be too expensive. If I were to do the same footprint of that build, we're already at $6,000. And if we were to do this all the way up, I mean, the other thing is, I'm not gonna furnish this whole thing because I think if we can keep it cheap, you know what, 12,000, it's possible. Because what we're gonna need to do, we're gonna need somewhere for my sim to live, and we're gonna need at least one other rentable unit to start off with, and then we can go from there. Though we're already at 12,000 from this, so maybe this is a little too big. Maybe we can make it a bit smaller, and then we can always expand the building later. I think, what if we just knock off that 3rd floor, have a 2-story building, but make it look like this still. Okay, I've just changed the layout a little bit because I figured having our own lot sort of shoved at the back was kind of sad. So we're gonna have our building here, and then I've actually done a couple here because I figured one building looked a little empty. Then this still gives us a nice space here that's very easy to play in, and we can still have a nice sort of pathway probably coming through here somewhere. So if I just did something like that, and then also we'll join up this section, and then these will be some garden, maybe trees or something in there. I think that'll work pretty well. And I guess we probably should have some footpath here too. So I guess our building should probably be, that's got a little bit of a foundation, so we should do the same sort of thing. So where are we? We're at 9,500. Okay. This may be possible under 20,000. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll see. Now, the same sort of bricks, do those bricks actually exist, or is that just like a debug texture that they've put on? Yeah, I don't think those bricks exist, so I think we'll maybe do like one of these. Is there, hang on, a little bit dirtier than that. Maybe more like that, just have like an older looking building. Yeah. All right, so the front door kind of setup is like, they've got this nice archway. Look at that, it's all beautiful out of bricks. Of course, we can't do that, but we'll do, something similar. We'll just remove that wall. We'll just have like a little cutout there. And then this building actually doesn't have a door on the other side. I had one on the side, which is this door here, because this is the same building I've just rotated. You can see one of them is just hidden inside, which is actually funny because that's what they do in the world. That's what they've done on this building here, where it's just like the 2 walls are facing each other. It's just a way to make a bigger building without making a different asset. But I think I will do a rear exit here as well, because that'll just make it easier. So I think in that case, we will probably just do a hallway through the middle, and we'll have an exit on both sides like this. I think that's probably the easiest way to go about it. We're at 10, that's already added so much money just doing these walls. Okay, we might potentially, I don't know, we'll see how we go. All right, brick stairs, can I afford those? We're up to 11,000. Oh. Well, these ones are cheaper, so we're definitely gonna use these. And actually, I think if we remove the wall underneath, yeah, that saves a bunch of money too. All right, well, let's go brick. All right. How much does it cost? So, man, I'm really trying to save some money here. Okay, That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Now, so that means we have very easy apartment divisions like this, which I'm quite happy with. Where are my stairs to go up? Well, actually, let me get the front door. So the door is kind of that one there, which I think is actually pretty expensive, if I'm not mistaken, because it's a base game door. $535 for the same door. Do we want to do that? Because that is a lot of money. Oh, werewolf's door. Maybe this is what we do. Actually, this is still $350. That's so expensive, but it does look pretty good. Because this is like the rundown, you know, those are maybe being renovated already, which also I just realized we can see windows just there. I think if I put a tree there, it'll probably look better. And this is the building we got to fix up. In that case, maybe these stairs should be a little less nice. Are these cheaper? No, they're the same price. What if we just did free platform? Oh, wait, this isn't a platform. This is a foundation. That won't work. Dang it. I have to do stairs or I just have to do terrain. Or if I just bring the whole building down, we can still have a platform that can just step up it so there's no stairs, and then maybe we can add stairs later. All right, how much are floor trims? Because I definitely want this aesthetic to the building somewhere. $368, that's not too bad. But can we make it look worse? Do platform trims cost money? No, okay. So we can do, like, what if I use this one on the top? Oh yeah, because that kind of looks like a freeze and it's free. It's freeze, because freezes, these things here actually cost us money if we add it on. Look at that, $400. But if I use a platform with the trim, free. That's actually pretty cool that that works. Make it more gray so it looks a little bit older. Yes. Okay, this is a building. All right, inside we definitely gotta use like these old stairs. Well, really should probably just be like old wooden stairs, to be honest. How do I want to do this? Because you know what, having like a switchback staircase in the middle might be nice. So if I just do like this, it's just kind of odd that we have doors on both sides. I guess we could do it here maybe, like that. I definitely feel like it should be like, I guess I got rid of the wall underneath because that saves like, look, we go from 12,500 down to 11,800. That saves so much money, especially if we're gonna put a wall around it. Because I feel like older buildings would definitely have this like enclosed, at least like enclosed by a wall like that. So we'll do that. And that actually gives us the option, I think, as well later on if we want to do a basement, which would be good. We can go down. All right, so that comes up here. Question is, do we have the same hallway space up here or do we extend the apartments a little bit? We could probably extend them, like if we gave them a space there. Can I then fit these above as well? If I copy these. These do... Oh, hang on. Oh, press the wrong button. You know what? That reminds me. Let's hit save. That... would go wait, why are these stairs longer than the other ones? Oh, right, because I did the platform up here. That's right. Okay. Anyway, the answer is yes, we can stack them. I was just getting confused by it. Okay, cool. Well, I'll figure out the layout in a second. Let's do the windows, because we'll have a similar layout to that building. How much are the university windows? Because those are... do like these. But like some of these university windows I think are quite good. See, this one is kind of more like that building over there. I know it's not, but I mean, the stone, let me zoom in a bit. The stonework around the window I think is very nice. Maybe these are the ones actually. These are $60. They're a little bit more expensive, but I gotta say, I think they look pretty good. What does this look like if we put this in the middle? I don't think I hate that. Oh, we're already at 14,000. Okay. How much is this window? This is getting very expensive. Maybe we need to change that. Maybe just one window in the middle for now. Oh, these windows are totally different heights. I just realized. Okay, well, let me do the same. Let me just go around and do the windows everywhere. I think that's a nice looking building for what we're trying to do. I think that's good. So we got our entrance at the front and the back. We got windows all around. I think we have got a good basic layout going on in here. These stairs I might change just to be more brown. I feel like we got to do some like old lighting in here too. Oh, like this light. Now, obviously, we don't have the actual mailbox and stuff that you need for the rental lots in this version, so we'll have to add that later on. Should this just all be brick? I mean, I guess. Or it could be like painted, potentially, as well, on the inside. Maybe this wall is painted. Maybe that wall is like got a stucco on it, and then the outside walls are the bricks. We've got painted bricks there, like stucco walls, just so it's not all just brick everywhere. I think maybe it's a bit nicer. The flooring, well, you can't get much better than free, but we might need to do, well, you know what? We're trying to make it look kind of nasty. We're going to be a landlord. We're going to be renting out these apartments. If I can do this and keep it under 20, that'll be amazing. I don't know if that's possible though. What would the door to our apartments be? Probably this university one with the little peephole. Makes sense, right? I might do this one around the back here behind the stairs, just because it might be nicer than opening a door into the stairway. This one can be over this side. I'm just going to use placeholder lighting so we can do this. We're going to come in here. I've got a beautiful apartment. Look at this. I think we can easily put a wall there because it sort of just misses the window, which is good. These are actually technically 2-tile windows, but it just looks good there, so I'm happy with that. So we could do like a small bedroom and then a bathroom like that, potentially. And then that's quite a big living space. Or we could sort of put the bathroom here in the middle. So we have a slightly bigger bedroom, and then the bathroom is small, but it sort of only eats into a little bit of each room. I think that's probably better use of the space. Actually, can I do it on the other side? I'm gonna do it here. Because then the bathroom gets a window, but also it'll be easier to sort of tuck the kitchen on this wall. And I might move this door further that way. So we could have like we could have a kitchen here, and then I guess a door to the bedroom there, maybe. All right, then I guess, should we just do the same sort of thing over here? Although if we're trying to maximize profit, maybe we want multiple bedrooms, right? So we could do what I was doing before, like this, but then also, we can't really fit a bathroom though, can we? Maybe just the same sort of layout. And then if we go upstairs, I'm not gonna furnish the upstairs, but we can do the layout. So we have a bit more space because we got that extra section there, and I think we could probably cut this out too. Then we have a smaller lobby area like this. So we can still have a small bathroom maybe, like a 2x2, then have 2 bedrooms like that. And then that's like the living space. I think that's pretty good. And then obviously this one will be for this apartment over this side. Let's see. I mean, I think something like that. However, we're really stretching our cash. So I think what maybe a potentially more fun idea could be, how much are these? 30 bucks? I think if we, well, I'm going to start to place this down because I've got it. If we just have some like planks and stuff up here, like we're working on renovating the upstairs. And then I'm going to remove these walls. If there's something I can make it look like we're building it. Ooh, get some like pipes and stuff just for the walls. Yeah, so all this stuff is just free. Ooh, I like the idea of just broken furniture and stuff too. Empty bathtub, you know, just a bunch of junk around the place. So I think I'm going to use these. I've actually just used a couple of fence posts stacked on top of each other because I couldn't really find anything that was going to be better than this for easy stacking and creating walls. So I guess I'm going to go around, see what this looks like. All right, so I replace all the walls with those sort of columns where I guess they're supposed to be like stud work, you know? And then these half walls I've put in, like that's the division between the 2 different apartments. And that's just so I sort of know where it is. And also they're cheaper than a full wall, so I've used those. Oh, if we use like this as like a horizontal joist, I know it's like obviously very crooked and, you know, essentially really badly done, but I kind of like that. I just like to line that up through there. It's like, yeah, we tried to make it structural. You know, what more could you ask for? I kind of like that. I think that's fun. I don't think I'll do that everywhere, but you know, we'll have some of these around. And let's get rid of all these lights so we can save the money on those. These debug snowy escape lights are actually quite good. I like this work light, but it doesn't actually produce light. So I'm going to use this because this produces like a little bit of light that we can have like in the workspace. Just so you get a bit of a glow up there at nighttime as well. Yeah. Okay. So upstairs should be pretty cheap at the moment. Like, yes, we got all the windows and stuff. We could potentially turn some of the windows into holes, but I think I'll keep it sort of enclosed. Now, if we're trying to stay under 20,000, that means I've got less than $3,000 to do the rest, which is not a lot. So the cheapest like wooden flooring is $4, which is a lot. Is there any cheaper flooring than that besides free that we've already got? I think $4 is the cheapest. What a shame. Okay, well then in that case, if we're doing wooden flooring, then we might as well just do this one of these. This is $20 for flooring. Holy moly. All right, well, let's go with this because, you know, we got to start from the bottom, work our way up. All right, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just do the exterior. Oh, how much is this? Oh, it's only $2. We'll do the exterior walls in brick. I think that makes sense. And actually probably this interior wall as well because like we've kind of, it's still a solid wall. Then these interior walls can be something else until we eventually renovate it through our gameplay and make it nicer, in theory. Whether we actually do that, I don't know, but we'll see. And then we gotta do this city living dirty wallpaper. I mean, that's a pretty big bedroom, to be fair. Did we make the bedroom too big? Is that a problem? Do we need to make it smaller? Let's get rid of these lights because this is far too bright. What is the cheapest like light? The cheapest light is these lights, which are the brightest. So actually maybe I should use those. Lighting wise, the option is pretty much we either go nice bright lights or we just spend more to actually get worse. Like this light's 105, but I feel like it's definitely worse. I do like this. This light is, it sucks in the best possible way because you see how like it leaves the whole top half of the room like dark? It doesn't light up the ceiling. I really like that. It gives a very dingy feel. It does cost us more money, but it does give us the dinge factor, which I'm not opposed to. Oh, that is good dinge. Actually, speaking of dinge, I think we need to do a ceiling. We gotta do a dingy ceiling. I mean, it'd be like wood or something. I think we just do the same wood on the ceiling, to be honest. I mean, I think it's gonna cost me more money to do that, but it's definitely worth it. I guess I gotta do it up here too. You know what? I won't bother. It's $500 to do the whole floor. I'm not going to waste money on that right now. But I will do it on this lower level because, hang on. I mean, look at this. One thing you can say about this building, beautiful high ceilings. I think this building has a lot of potential to renovate and I'm very excited for that. But obviously we have to start from the bottom. I'm thinking the door would be there, then we'd have like a little kitchen here. Then that leaves like we could do dining and like sitting there or something, right? Now, do I just do the door to the bathroom like there, just squidge it in? It's not great there, but then isn't that kind of the point of this whole building is it's not a very good building. So maybe we just do that. I don't like this per se, but maybe that's why I like it. We need the bare minimum for livable. Well, we're gonna need a fridge. The question is, I could just furnish one of these apartments because then we could buy the building and then work on the second apartment to get someone to move in, you know? So why don't we start out with one functional apartment, somewhere to cook. Who said we even need a stove? Why don't we just get like a microwave, like a really cheap microwave? Because that's $240 versus, oh, actually, you know what? Stove is cheaper, $235. Let's use this. This is actually cheaper. That's pretty funny. All right, we'll just put it here then. Oops, there we go. And then we'll have a washing up sink, $125. Oh, a freestanding sink is cheaper at $120. But I guess we'll have to do this just so we have a kitchen sink. Okay. Ooh, $19,175. Holy moly. All right, well, we need a bed. The futon is $290, the used futon, so I think that'll do. Now, curtains would be nice and other furniture, but I guess, let's see. Look, I'm not hard limited at 20,000. We might go a little over just so we can actually make this look a little bit nicer because I want trees and stuff. I guess for trees, we can use the free debug tree, so we could do that. That's fine. But for stuff we actually need to use, I guess I need a bit of money here. Obviously, we need a bathroom. I think the bathroom's going to set me over, isn't it? So, well, let's get a toilet. We can do the shower there, and then we can probably just do the sink here, and that should all work. I don't strictly need a sink in here because we've got one there, but you know. So this should work. Will cost play test, but not great, I guess, with the sink right against the window there. But I guess we could do it the other way, sink here and shower there, maybe? Shower there. This would allow us to have a mirror behind that, which we currently don't have. $50? We'll get a cheap mirror. I think we'd need I feel like a mirror is necessity, right? Again, maybe curtain would be good. Problem is it is right next to the shower. So if you had we don't have like shower curtains that we can use. So it'd just be a regular curtain that's just gonna get soaked. What does that look like if we pop it here? Hang on, move objects real quick. It's not the worst. Is it cheaper? It is. It does save money too. And then that's still get a window in there. It's still pitch black in there, but it works. Maybe we do that on the side over here as well. And I guess we'll do the same up here. Even though this is no longer a bathroom, but you know, we'll keep consistency in the building. Because I think the bathroom is like there and here, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll keep the consistency. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. Bathroom does need a light. This should definitely have a wall light, whether it's good or not, because I feel like a really crappy light in the bathroom would be good. Do like one of these. Oh, yeah, above the door. There you go. Beautiful. I kind of love how run down this is. This is gonna be fun. I guess we'll just do this. It doesn't look bad enough though, you know what I mean? So I feel like we could have a little, it's kind of awkward because we've got the kitchen there. I guess, look, we could either have this over here, like against the wall, but then I'm thinking we'd have like a dining area somewhere, which I don't know if I really want to afford that right now or if I can afford that right now. These are pretty expensive, $200. Could we do, hang on, let me go back to debug stuff because we could get like even that's $140. I thought it'd be cheaper because this is the one you can find from the dumpsters, right? I was having it to be like way cheaper. It is a good table though. For sure. Oh, and then the chair. Oh my gosh, this is so. We gotta have this. Yeah, because you had like a little dining space there. Or actually, maybe it'd be better like this and have it like there. So it's in the corner. That's like the worst spot. Can I put it somewhere else? What if it's here by the door? Open the door into the chair. No, what about like this way? Because then we can still have this space as like sitting. Could probably even fit like another lounge, like an armchair there, although I don't see the point. But we could do this and then have other stuff here. That's probably a better layout. I wouldn't even mind doing like this for the kitchen area because I feel like older apartments tended to have like separate tiled sections for the kitchen area. All right, we're pretty close to the budget. $500. Can we knock off $500 somewhere? First of all, let me change this color. I feel like white is maybe too. Ooh, I do like this fabric. Maybe that fabric, just so we get that sort of fabric color coming through. The same there. All right. You know, we've got a bit of a theme going on. Saving money. I mean, I guess we don't need lights in here. Could get rid of those. Saves a bit of cash. We could even remove walls in this apartment. This one could also be empty. I did want to do 2 so we could get straight into it, but maybe we need to save money on that. Upstairs, there's not really anything I can get. Oh, actually, you know, one thing I did want to do, which I thought would be a funny idea. Let me get rid of those. Check this out. I think we need to have incomplete stairs. So we go here, we go halfway up. I think that's right. I'm not sure. So the stairs go up to there. Okay, get rid of the bottom so we can save money on it. Oh, look how close we are. And then from there, we do like a ladder because we haven't finished building it. That actually is pretty cheap. Okay, yeah, so then you climb up the rest of the way in a ladder. Actually, you know what? Hang on. No, here's what I'm thinking. Delete that. Swap it to the other side. So just put it there. We'll just do it the other way, which actually this way probably makes more sense anyway. We'll just have a ladder here. And then I think maybe it should be, hang on, let me turn off the grid so we can see. It should just be like a wooden ladder. But I just want to have that hole open down there. Yeah, we haven't finished the stairs yet, so it's like this. Okay. And then can I get, hang on, we need some more, well, actually, hang on. Let me try to shave off a bit more cash here. We're so close to 20,000. I mean, to be honest, if we just remove some windows, it's probably the best way to do it. Like, what if I just get rid of these ones on the side? Because we can just add them back in later. Even the one I added here for the bathroom. Because then we're just under. And now if we just add decorations with debug and all that. So we do, okay, so what we've got, we do have a floor plan for the other apartment that we want to do. Which is good. And this is livable. We actually, you know what? One thing we don't have, bin. You guys are gonna get mad because I don't have a bin. Yeah, I think like a basement with a garbage room and or actually, you know what? The other thing, we're gonna need utility rooms. Because that is actually a thing where you need the hot water heater and the electric panel, or at least I assume you do for the rental lots. So I think we will actually need to build a basement or have a utility room somewhere. That's a good point. And that's gonna cost me money. Oh, because that would go right here underneath there. Oh, whoops, sorry. Let me use the basement tool. Can this fit here? Oh, wait, what? Look, when we put normal stairs here, it'll be fine. That's not quite right. Maybe we'll just do a ladder for now. How much does this cost me? All right, 21. Yeah, that basement's expensive. We're just going to need somewhere to put it as a thing. And I don't know how much space it's going to take up. Can we just, maybe just remove more walls up here? Because we don't need walls up here. I like having the walls up here, but to be honest, we probably need to save the money. We'll keep maybe some of the half walls if I can. I replace that wall with tape. Oh, yes, we're under again. We're under. Okay. So then we have more of a blank canvas upstairs. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Oh, wait, got to do that one. Ah, we're over. Dang it. Hang on. Wait, why I can't select this as a room. Hang on. Let's do this. Redraw it. There we go. Remove floor. Okay. Can I replace this ladder so it doesn't have the square around it? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Cool. Yeah, don't fall down there. Maybe we'll put some cones there. Okay. I need to save 14 simoleons. Okay. Can we just do one light down here then? Let's get rid of the other one. Okay. Well, actually, this has no decorations on it either. It should probably be this. Okay. We're still under. We're still under. Can I do the outside too? I can. That's luxurious. Okay, what about the snowy escape? These ones I was using up here. Let's use one of these. There you go. That's plenty bright. Okay, that's good. We're under budget. Just. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so we got the bin, which is good. I'll make it brown. I feel like we're going for a brown theme. Yeah, so we can live here. This is totally livable. Would you want to live here? I don't know. Now, the things I would like to add, which I don't think I can afford, because they all do cost money, like vines and actually, do cracks cost money? Some of them, oh, they don't. The vampire ones don't. Okay, good. We can, oh yes, good. We can get like wall stains in here. Yes. Get like that behind the couch. Obviously behind the kit, yes. All right, so we're gonna go through it. We're gonna do a bunch of scratches and I guess on the bricks, we're gonna do cracks everywhere. It looks like the pack is also coming with like a bunch of new cracks as well, which is great. We love the good cracks and all that. We got a big patch missing from the wall up there. Yeah, we're gonna make that bathroom look worse than it does. Ooh, that's nasty. Get some of those. I'm not gonna go crazy and do it like on all these interior walls, so we're never gonna see it. I'm just sort of doing it on the exterior wall, so when I'm playing like this, we'll be able to see all that stuff. Oh, I guess the other thing I probably could have saved money on is maybe that like probably could have got rid of the ceiling, but I like the ceiling, okay? The ceiling finishes it. Actually, it probably messed up over here, did it? Oh no, that's fine. One thing I would like to do is on the outside though. We gotta make the outside of the building look like it's falling apart too. So maybe we can scale up some of these cracks. Nice big one right there. Annoyingly, some of these like werewolf cracks, not werewolf, vampire cracks, they actually have like a, see, you see how they have an area where it sort of intersects and you can't place it, it goes red. Whereas a lot of the newer ones, they kind of let you place it anywhere. Oh, this is a good spot on the side here. Actually, can we get one of these jungle adventure ones? Is that too much? That maybe is too much. I don't want to be too rude to our building here. We'll just get some big cracks like that. We could probably get some roof decorations actually that are debug as well, that are free. I'm sure they exist. Yeah, here we got some free like chimneys and stuff. Because a lot of this roof decoration stuff is actually very expensive, and obviously it doesn't do anything, so why would I spend money on it? We have like a big sign on the top of the building. Here we go. Like we can get like an old AC unit, and these are free as well, so we can get a couple of those. Just so the roof doesn't look so flat and bare. Because like you see that's got a couple of chimneys on it, and although this building wouldn't have AC, let's get, what is that doing on here? Definitely wouldn't have AC. Might have like a little, wait, did that cost, oh that did cost me, that was like $600. No, not that. Maybe we should just go back to that color and then we just put cracks on it. Because I think, yeah, these are free. So maybe a splodge around the chimneys. Get some splodges around the side as well there. You know. Okay, I can't even see that one. Oh, it's like there, but it's so subtle. Maybe that one? That's a bit better. I wish the crack was a little more subtle because it looks very, very clear to what it is. Big splodge here too. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I like that. Now, one thing I wouldn't mind doing is, you know, maybe a little bit of curb appeal. Have like a, oh, that's very red. Okay, never mind. I wanted like a nice little pathway, but I don't think it's gonna look good. All right, well, we will do some curb appeal. We'll get those garden beds in like I was talking about. I know it doesn't really make sense to have a break there, but it kind of looks like those two, so I'm happy with that. Okay, oh, actually, hang on. So we've got, wait, where's the mailbox? I don't think there is one on the lot, so we're just gonna have to place one. Mail. Now, obviously, oh, I don't think it really fits the vibe. Now, obviously, when the actual pack comes out, we will have... Does this work? I don't know. Can I put it inside? Oh, I can. You know what? I'll just put it in here. I don't know if it works, but we'll find out. When the actual pack comes out, again, they have their own specific rental lot mailbox that we have to use. But obviously, for now, we'll just use this one. That'll work. We've got mail there and the little bin there, so that works. They're both inside. All right, trees. Oh, this is a nice tree. I like this one. Doesn't quite fit in front of this building, but I kind of want it to. Actually, these two work quite well. Kind of blocks the windows though. I don't know that you'd have those trees there in front of the building. Well, I want to do this one here. Do we have those in this neighborhood? I don't know where. Oh yeah, there's one right here. Okay. Yeah, I like that. We'll get one of those. What do we do? Oh, sorry. Can I do two or is that too much? Maybe, what does it look like if I scale it down like a little bit? That size. That might be better. Yeah, so we get a couple of those, and then these might be like more lower shrubs. Oh, yeah, this is good. It kind of looks a little messy, and I kind of like it. Ooh, yes, actually this can go over here. Because it definitely, it seems like we need to like clean it up a little bit, you know? And I like these at the front of this building. Oh, we should get some of these like splodges and stuff downstairs too. And like this one, just to make the ground not look as nice. You know, little stains and puddles, and of course we need some cracks around the place. And we'll do like a little bit of more brown around this. I think we need some like sort of wild grasses down there too. Now, this I obviously want to be like a nice communal space, but obviously we can't afford that right now, so that's not going to happen. Or even just like, actually these are pretty good too. Like a nice little flowers. You know, like they've put a little bit of effort in, but things have gotten out of control. That's kind of how I want it to be. Like maybe this originally used to be quite nice, but things have sort of become a little overgrown. Needs to be taken care of again. Actually, speaking of which, do we have any lighting that I can use? Oh, this one works. Is this free? Oh, yes. Great. So I feel like this could go like along this pathway here, like that. Because that pretty much lights up like the entire place. And maybe I'll do like one at the back. Yeah, because I don't want to do too many of them, but that definitely lights it up. Although, oh, actually one on the front, because you can see how much lighting this gives the building. What if we did two? Is that too many like lights around the place? I feel like that's too much. Maybe just a one. Kind of want one over here too, just to like help light it up. It's a bit weird having one light, but I feel like it's on brand. I really like this. I think this is cool. Now this definitely needs like some more like overgrown grasses and stuff too, I think, because I feel like it should look like it has potential, but it's not being taken care of, you know, that's what it should be. Then I think we just need to get like the trash and stuff as well. Like people have just been, you know, not caring about this space for a long time. It's just piling up. And then you're like, oh, there's like so much potential out here for, we could build like a nice pool. We could have an outdoor courtyard area. Ooh, it's going to be good. But you know, you got to do your job because it's, you know, very messy at the moment. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think we now have, now this is not necessarily going to be our apartment, but this is going to be one of the ones that we buy, I think pretty early on. I mean, it's still going to cost 20 grand, but I'm happy with that. So we got this nice little apartment block, and I feel like it also fits in with the area because, you know, we're using the same decorative buildings as around here. So it sort of fits in, and it's on the corner of these two roads, so it still feels like, I feel like, built up enough that you would have apartment buildings here. We also have plenty of room to add another floor, and we could also even turn these into a bigger building if we wanted to do that. That's kind of the idea, so you could just remove a section, build a whole new section here. Or whatever, or build the whole thing. So I feel like there's a lot of potential. But let's have a look. Let's go inside. Here we go. Beautiful hallway. Not quite finished. You know, we got the stairs and no railing. The ladder going down, the ladder going up. Hang on, let's go. Hang on, we'll go around this way. We've got mail and the bin. Beautiful. And go through this door. Got a nice, vacant apartment ready to move in. Well, not really. You have to renovate it and put a bathroom in it. Nice little bedroom there. And a nice little, well, I don't know how nice this bathroom is, but it's got no lights or anything in it. We couldn't afford it. Okay, we tried. And then the one we actually furnished that we can live in, a little dingy because there's no light at the top of the room. But, we've got the kitchen and living room. Look, all things considered, pretty not. Actually, that's a beautiful view. All things considered, the view outside is actually pretty nice. You get to see that bridge in the distance. You're just across the road from the rec center as well. Like, that's pretty stunning. It's a great location. This apartment's all about location, not so much the actual state of the building or the place. Look, these two doors next to each other. It's so bad. So we got a little bathroom. Ugh. You know what? Could use more grunge on the floor. And then the bedroom, which only has a bed in it and no curtains because we couldn't afford it. And that's pretty much it. Oh, well, hang on, let's have a look at upstairs. Upstairs in first person, I think will look pretty cool. Oh yeah, so this is our little under construction apartment area. So this will eventually become more rentable space is the idea. 2 apartments. I mean, look, it could be 1 apartment, but I guess I don't know. We don't know what the economy is going to be like. If it makes more sense to have more apartments or bigger apartments. I don't know how they're going to charge. So I guess we'll have to find out. It also depends how many apartments you can have on one lot, which we don't know yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much to my top level members and all my members for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited by this. I think we'll also in the near future do a build of like actually fully finished apartments, something nice. But I wanted to get started on something that we could realistically afford to buy through a Let's Play, which is going to be this. And it gives us lots of room to expand. But yeah, I think in the near future we'll do like either like a nice set of townhouses or like maybe a nice duplex home would be good too. Or like another apartment building that's obviously more finished and complete. But yeah, this was fun to do. I think it was a nice challenge. It's under 20,000 and that's including the lot value, I think. So if you place it on a different lot that's cheaper, it should actually be even cheaper than what it is. So that's good. But make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.